It is Wednesday, my dudes. What the fuck's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah, I'm in the same goddamn fit as the other one, alright? It's been 2 days. Leave me alone. This is my favorite fit, dude. Look, I got the Nike shirt, I got the polo pants, and socks. I don't really give a fuck. Underwear, I don't give a fuck. This is my favorite shirt because it's green and it's Nike and it fits perfectly. Like, fits around my arms nice, fits around my chest nice and my back. And these pants, they got zippers on them and shit. So they're really nice. I like them. This is my favorite fit, dude. I don't believe in all the nonsense that you gotta wear a different fit every day. I washed it. I've got nothing better to do. I'm on layoff. So I've been fucking just doing shit. Alright, I just wash my laundry, wash my bedding, doing the dishes, cooking myself breakfast. Been kind of chilling, doing my own thing, living my own life. Went to the gym today, did some arms. Ah! Did a little bit of chest too. Some chest flies. Just been chilling, man. I don't even know what to do anymore. I run out of shit to do. I gotta get some shit to cover the time. And I'm gonna grab these fucking 40 milligram nicotine pouches that Chance got from Sweden. Damn, look at that. I disappeared. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. That was pretty cool to me. Cover that time up. Oh, man, come on. There we go. Now we're talking. Look at that. I don't like looking at the time. You guys know that. Distracts the fuck out of me. Some of these are kind of hard now. Fucking stuck together and nasty. I haven't really been putting many of these in my mouth. They're 40 milligrams, dude. I don't know. How many come in here? Oh shit. 20 pouches per container. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I've only used 8 of them so far. These are some strong motherfuckers. Chance ordered a bunch of them from Sweden. Some 11 millis, some 9 millis, some 40 millis, and some 50 millis. And these 40 millis are very strong. But I figured we're doing a podcast. So let's see how stimulated we can get, dude. I drank a fucking coffee already. That's about all I've done today. I've been watching a lot of financial audit recently, and it just blows my mind how bad people are with money. And it made me realize that if this thing would have taken off any time before now, I wouldn't have done very well, probably. Because, yeah, I can make the videos, I could do this shit, but I would have blown through the money like nobody's fucking business. There's a chick I was just watching. She's an OnlyFans model. Or she was. Failed OnlyFans model, I should call her. And her ass fucking made like $250,000 a year at one point. And she bought her mom a house, she bought herself a house, and the money was already gone. And that's the problem. People don't realize that just because you're making the money doesn't mean the money's going to stick around, you know? You got to fucking put it in places that it's going to last, you know, and where it's going to grow itself. Because the thing is, making yourself on social media, that's like a 1 in a million thing. That is a very lucky thing to be able to do, to make a stable income off of doing something like this. That's why I just keep doing it. I do my other shit, and I research other stuff just in case this never works out. But it's a 1 in a million chance that you're going to be able to do something like this. And if you do happen to make a lot of money off something like this, you got to start investing it in other things. Not just, oh, I got money now, I'm going to blow through all of it. No, you got to start clothing brands, fucking all this supplement brands, energy drinks, coffee, whatever the fuck you can do, preferably things that you enjoy. Not necessarily like, oh, I'm just going to do this company because they're trying to give me money. That's not what you want to do either. You got to do stuff that you enjoy. That way, you are That way you're advocating for something that you genuinely enjoy. Because if I'm just over here advocating for something like, what do I not enjoy? Makeup products. I don't give a fuck about the makeup products, so I'm not gonna be sitting here like, look at this new foundation that I've got here. See, I'm not even holding it right. It'd be a bottle like this. Look at this new foundation I got here. No, no, I don't give a fuck about foundation. I want to do like mushroom supplements, clothing that I think is cool with like cool quotes on it. Like what is it? Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. That's a good quote by Martin Luther King. If I could slap that on a shirt with like a cool picture of like a fucking monkey or a dinosaur or a dragon or some shit, that'd be pretty sweet. Crank that down. That way the heat shuts the fuck up. But I don't know what else to do. And when I don't know what to do, I'm fucking sitting here making podcasts. That's why I'm sitting here. I don't even know what the fuck to talk about, to be honest. There's this giant Zin container that Chance got. It's fucking right over there. That's the reason I'm talking about it, thinking about it. But it's fucking huge. It's like the size of a fucking. I guess I'll just grab it. It's a pretty cool fucking container. Look at this fucking thing. That thing's huge. It's the size of my fucking hand, dude. That thing's massive. And it had another little Zin container in the back. I wonder if it'll even fit anymore. How the fuck was this in here? Oh, there we go. Boom, boom, boom. Zin on Zin. And it was made in Sweden. See, it says made in Sweden. And he fucking, when he orders this shit, it was getting like checked by customs and shit. Like it was some goddamn drugs or something. Which I guess it kind of is a drug in a way. But it's just nicotine. It's legal everywhere in this goddamn country. It's kind of like alcohol. I don't believe alcohol should be really legal. Nicotine's not as bad. But I feel like alcohol, I don't know if it should be, maybe it should be allowed for certain people, certain individuals. Not at the age of 21, I don't think. I think we should wait till the age of like 25, 30 to be giving people alcohol. Then you're going to have people still drinking it. Maybe you got to go younger. Because in some countries, the legal drinking age is like 18 or 16. And they seem to do a lot better with alcohol than our country does. So maybe it's just the way our country uses this shit. Who knows? I think about that all the time. How could we make our country better? Not just substance-wise, but mental health-wise. That's why I started taking care of myself, really, was because I always felt so bad. I felt like a fucking idiot all the time. Felt like a loser, felt depressed. And so I started working out. I started trying to eat well. I started trying to take good substances, like, I guess not good substances, good supplements, like athletic greens and creatine and things that would make me feel better. And that's partly why I got these glasses too, because I'm just constantly overstimulated. So if I can do things that'll bring that stimulation down and allow me to be a more calm person, then I can think more clearly. And I think that it's helping with that. And not to mention, they do look pretty fucking badass, dude. I'm pretty happy with this pink tint. I don't give a fuck what people say. If they're like, "Ooh, that's stupid," I don't care. Fuck you, dude. What do I care what you think? That's not my problem. I feel like I look like a fucking motherfucker from the 70s. That's my goal, dude. The 70s were my era. I feel like a 50s baby that's in 2026. Because, like, back in the day, writing diaries and shit, and just writing shit down in journals, all that shit was just normal. Because people didn't have the internet. They didn't have stuff to fucking do something like this where you sit down, you talk for a while. So guess what? We're going to sit here and we're going to fucking write it down in a journal. And people were doing that all the time. Plus, I feel like God damn it. I don't like when they're dirty. I feel like I missed out because that was when the hippie era was going on. I'm sure there's a lot of problems they had back then as well, but I feel like it was a good time to be alive, you know? 70s seemed like, because that's why I said I was a 50s baby, because then I'd be like 20 some years old when the 70s came around. And I feel like that would be badass, dude. I feel like I'd join the hippie movement in a heartbeat. I love that fucking shit. Love people, care about people like they're yourself. That's just how you do it, dude. And I think that's our problem in society, really, is we don't care about ourselves anymore. That's what I watched a video on Twitter, and they were talking about how discipline, the best way to explain discipline to somebody is that it's the highest form of self love. Because if you're not, if you're getting up in the morning for somebody else and doing something for somebody else, that's one thing. But discipline is where you're doing it all for yourself. And that's the highest form of self love. I go to the gym and try to maintain the discipline of going to the gym for myself. I wake up early in the morning for myself. I try to take care of myself. And yeah, it requires a lot of discipline and mental endurance, but it's because I want to love myself. I want to take care of myself. I want to treat myself with respect. And that allows me to treat other people with respect. And I feel like that's what a lot of people are missing, is they don't respect and love themselves like they should. Which a lot of people, I get it. You shouldn't. You probably shouldn't. And that's just the nicest way to put it. Because if you're not taking care of yourself in the fullest regard, like exercising and eating well and trying to take supplements if you're deficient, or just multivitamins and probiotics and prebiotics to keep your body in the best shape it can be, then of course you're going to feel bad about yourself because you're not loving yourself properly. And it starts out small. Like 6 years ago, it started out with me just taking mushrooms. And then I learned, okay, I do love myself and I do have a lot of potential. So how do I bring this potential out in fullest regard? And I started going to the gym around the same time because I heard the effects it would have on depression and anxiety and your mood. Because I used to be so unstable. Like I used to just be fluctuating constantly. This day I wake up pissed off. This day I wake up happy. This day I wake up sad. But if you're just letting your moods control you like that, you're not going to be in the best state you possibly can. So if you try to take some control over that, which everybody has some level of control they can take over their own mental state and their emotions. Exercise can help with that. Eating well helps with that. Because listen, I eat like shit still, dude. Last week I ate fucking 16 burritos within 2 days. I ate 16 of those El Monterey burritos, just like when I made a podcast before. I ate fucking 24 of them in one day, or not one day, within 3 days. Because I'd get a pack of burritos, I'd eat the whole thing. Get another pack of burritos the next day, do the same shit. Get another pack the next day, do the same shit. But then at the end of those fucking 3 days, I felt like absolute dog shit. Uh-oh. These pouches are a lot stronger, so they're going to try to make me hiccup a lot more. It's the only downside. As long as I have water here, I think I can subside it enough to keep her going. But if you were eating like shit, sugar, bullshit, fucking processed food, you're going to feel like shit. Your body is being 3D printed out of food. So if you're not taking in things that are going to make your body strong and make you feel healthy and successful, you're not going to feel successful and healthy. And then people wonder why they feel like shit all the time. Look at what we're eating most of the time. Ramen and chips and bullshit and bullshit and bullshit. And then when you don't have it, you feel more hungry and you feel like you're withdrawing from a fucking drug because you're not getting the food that your body thinks you need. When in reality, if you just ate some whole foods, eggs, meat, vegetables, fruit, and it doesn't have to be nasty. I don't know where this idea of eating healthy became a nasty thing, but it's simple. Chili's fairly healthy. If you make your beans black beans, kidney beans. You make the beans yourself, and then you put them in the chili, tomatoes. You can grow all this shit yourself. It's just become very difficult to be able to have a garden in today's day and age, especially in a place like Iowa where I live. And then on top of that, I live in an apartment. So where the fuck am I going to put a garden? But I feel like if we had a community garden in every city where we all go, the only way you're allowed to take food from that garden is if you're there helping to maintain that garden. But every summer we could start up a garden and then we could make our own food and the community could come in and we could take care of the things by ourselves. But we can't really do that either because we're subject to working all the time, and a lot of people don't have the time that they need to do something like that. But then a lot of people do have time, more time than they realize, because a lot of the time we're just sitting and scrolling. And I've been guilty of that the past few weeks because I have nothing better to do. So I start scrolling on my phone and looking for shit. Then it kind of distracts you from what's important. And that's what I feel like we've gotten into a state of in this society, is just distracting ourselves constantly with bullshit, technology and sex and drugs and alcohol and this and that. Even going to the store, I feel like, is a distraction because we're too afraid to sit within our own head and within our own being. And I think I've been making some people upset. I know for a fact I've been making some people upset by some things I say on this podcast. But guess what? I mean, I've thought about it very deeply because I don't want to hurt people. I'm not out here to hurt anybody physically, mentally, spiritually. I don't want to do that. I've done that in the past. It made me feel like a fucking loser. I don't want to hurt anybody. So if somebody says that I'm hurting them, I take very deep consideration into whether I am out there hurting people or not. And I think people are just getting offended because they realize, oh shit, I haven't been doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And to be honest, we all do it. We all procrastinate. We all get lazy. We all do stupid shit. But the real reality of the situation is you got to take care of yourself. And that doesn't just stop at fucking cleaning your house or cooking or doing this or doing that. You have to fucking take care of yourself in the full regard. Your health, your wellness, your mental being, your mental health and your mental well-being. You have to take care of yourself. And it doesn't just stop at fucking taking care of your house. That's just the basics. Everybody's got to do shit like that. Everybody's got to do laundry. Everybody's got to sweep the floor. Everybody's got to vacuum. That's just something every single human being has to do now to maintain a clean home. But then it doesn't stop there. And if you get off your phone and you fucking sit there and all you have is your own thoughts, I guess is the best way to put it, you will realize there's more you could be doing. And that's why I always try to strive for more every single day. And it's still never enough for me because I've gone to the gym today. I've cooked myself breakfast. I've put my laundry away. I showered. But now I'm sitting here doing a podcast because I don't know what else to do. There's not very many things to do around here. But I think that if we find more hobbies and things to do, like I could be drawing, I could be reading a book, and maybe I should start reading a book because I got books back there and I've read them. But what's wrong with reading a book once, twice, three times? I mean, I feel like it's good for the brain, and I think I need to start another book and start reading more because all I've been doing lately is just interacting with technology. And I think instead of doing that, I could be reading and furthering my depth of knowledge. And I think that's what I'll do after I'm done with this. I'm going to finish my financial audit episode that I'm watching, and then I'm going to pick up a book instead of fucking playing another episode or going on another video, because it's not really healthy for the mind to be interacting with technology all the time. And I was talking to my dad last night about mushrooms and cool shit shit that I find cool. Maybe other people don't find it cool, but there's a lot of cool stuff out there. And all you have to do is pick up a book or do your research into it, and that could be a fulfilling prospect to furthering your education and improving yourself. because there's a lot of things in books that you cannot get from a movie or from a video or this or that. And it requires a lot of focus, it requires attention, and that's difficult, especially if you have your phone next to you all the time. But I think there's a lot of things that we could be doing. Like, it's kind of cold outside. I don't like to go outside when it's cold. That's why I've been sitting inside. But I want to go and try archery. And I want to try growing mushrooms, medicinal mushrooms. I've said that a long time ago now, but that's why I got that book in there, because it's just a big encyclopedia that I've read of how to grow and harvest mushrooms. And I'm trying to think of other things that I could be doing rather than just wasting my time scrolling on a fucking phone all the time. Because these things are tools. It's used for information gathering and reading, it can be, or talking to people. But everybody spends way too much fucking time on these things. And that's why I kind of like the podcast too, because I can't be on the motherfucker. I want to, and when people text me or something, I want to respond, but then I'm like, oh, I'm doing a podcast. I can't. So it kind of helps me in that regard. But I think I just have to build that natural discipline and not picking this motherfucker up, which is very hard because it's become almost a drug because our generation grew up with it. But I'm never trying to, I should have finished this statement. I'm never trying to hurt anybody. I'm never trying to make anybody feel bad about themselves. But I think that if you do feel bad about yourself, that's not my problem. That's not something I've done. If you are working on yourself and trying to be the best possible version of yourself, there's nothing to be feel bad about. Like if I'm harsh on people, it's because I care and I love them. But my love is not going to be, oh, you poor baby. No, because no, we're not poor babies. We're grown ass fucking adults and we need to get our shit together. And I see it as that. This thing's kind of too strong almost. It's kind of like blocking my brain out. It's numbing me too much. Yeah, I just felt it instantly when I took it out. My brain was kind of shutting down, making me kind of tired and shit. Those are almost too strong for podcasts, but I care about people in a different way than a lot of people do. Because I feel like our society has become soft as fuck and people want to be coddled. And I'm not here to coddle nobody. I wasn't coddled when I was growing up, and I think it was good for me. I mean, I don't want to be some fucking sad sap that's just fucking waiting for somebody to come save me all the time. And that's not how I was raised. I was raised to take care of myself and to treat people with respect and love and be a good person. And I think that this is the best way to do that. Is if that's real love. That's real unconditional love. I love you no matter what, but you still have things you can work on. I have things I can work on, like I just said, my phone, or watching too much shit on the TV, or fucking, what else can I work on? I thought about some things. I do some weird shit on Snapchat. Like, I go through the quick ad and I look at people on there and look at their public profiles and shit when I'm bored. Dude, I do a lot of weird shit that I can work on. And it all stems from somewhere. And I think that if we sit in our head long enough and try to figure out why am I doing these things and then work on them, you can turn your weaknesses into strengths. And that's what David Goggins talks about, is that you should be turning your weaknesses into strengths. It's not double down on your strengths. It's double down on your weaknesses. That way you can turn those weaknesses to strengths and become a stronger human being. You shouldn't be weak. I mean, some people are weak in some regards, but if you can strengthen that weakness, why would you want to be a weak person? That doesn't make sense. Weak mentally, physically, spiritually, whatever it may be. Why would you want to be a weak human being? That doesn't make sense. So that you can be babied and, oh, people feel bad for me now. No. To me, that's just sad. If you're out there trying to make people feel bad for you, you're a sad individual. And you got to figure your shit out. I don't feel bad for nobody. We all put ourselves in certain circumstances. I feel bad for people that are born in like fucking shitty countries, or born into shitty families, or born into shitty circumstances in general. But I don't feel bad for a motherfucker like in America. Even if you're in a poor part of America, you got violence and gang bullshit and all kinds of drugs or whatever the fuck, there's still access to technology where you can make yourself a better human being. And it may take a lot of time, may take a lot of effort. People around you may leave you because they don't think that, oh, this guy's not what I thought he was going to be. Who gives a fuck what other people think? Especially if you're making yourself a better person. You shouldn't give a fuck what other people think because it's just going to harm you in the long run. Like, worrying about what other people think all the time, it's not necessary. It's not necessary at all. Because if you're taking care of yourself, trying to be a good person, the best person you can be, Jesus Christ, the Zen fucking took it out of me, dude. Whoa. Get some sunlight in my eyes. That'll wake me back up. Oh my God. That thing, those are not good for podcasts. See, I didn't know. I didn't know if they would be good or not. Those are good for relaxing. Ooh, that hurt my leg. They're almost too strong. Just because you kind of like just mellow your brain out. And then you're just like, now I feel like just tired and draggy. And I feel like I'm not thinking in the best possible way. But like, if you're trying to be the best human being you possibly can, you're working on your body, your mind, your spirit, you're trying to treat others with respect and love, there's nothing to worry about what other people think. It's not necessary because if they get offended by something you say or something you do, that's something within themselves that they need to work on. That's not something that you need to fucking look at and be like, oh, I got to change myself because this person got hurt. No, fuck that. I'm me, and you're you, and whoever else is listening to this shit. As long as you're trying to be a good person, who gives a fuck? Like, I don't. Like, I try not to hurt anybody. I try to be a generous person. I try to treat everybody with respect and love. And as long as I'm doing that, I don't see why I should feel bad for somebody in any way, shape, or form. Unless it's like an individual in like another country, like I said, or like they were born into shitty circumstances and stuff. But then you look at people like Francis Ngannou, or fucking David Goggins, or just anybody who was born into a shitty circumstance and pulled themselves out of it. All right, they're not sitting there hoping somebody's going to come save them. The government, their parents, nobody. They know damn well nobody's coming, so they don't sit around waiting for somebody. They do the fucking shit themselves. They grind it out. It doesn't matter how much sacrifice and hard work and dedication it takes. If you want it, you're gonna get it. But you gotta want it more than anything. That's how I am with this podcast, kinda, and how I am with money. I want to fucking have that shit more than anything in this world, and I'm willing to give up anything. If I gotta give up my fucking the substances that I used to enjoy, if I gotta give up my time, if I gotta give up this or that, I'm willing to do that. But then also, I don't want to give my time up to something stupid because I know my time is valuable. And that's why you have to be intelligent. You have to make very rational and logical decisions on what you're going to do because it's not always easy to see a clear path. And sometimes you got to sit and meditate on it, to be honest, just to figure out, okay, where do I need to go next? I feel very calm, very chilled out. I don't know what the fuck's going on lately, but I think it's the glasses. Has something to do with the glasses and just I haven't been rushing for anything because I don't need to. There's no stress right now. I mean, I'm making enough money to survive. I'm doing what I got to do, taking care of myself. I'm eating right. I'm trying to get my vitamins in me and shit. Not drinking, not doing stupid shit. So there's really nothing I got to run for. Like no drugs, no this, no that. I'm not worrying about, oh, I got to go here, go there. Just felt very calm lately. I'm chilled out. So calm that my brain's telling me I got to turn this thing off because I don't know if I could be able to do it. But I'm doing it right now. I'm sitting here talking. It doesn't matter if I'm talking about something rational or reasonable, or I just sit here and talk. That's what the podcast is. It's not supposed to be something fucking grand. It's just me sitting here like an idiot talking, and that's what I'm doing. Some of my podcasts in the past have been pretty shit. I'll admit to that. Just because if I don't have like a cool thing to come and talk about, then I'm not sure what to say sometimes. So I sit there in silence. But I think that just rambling, even if it's nonsensical, is a lot better than sitting there in silence just because at least something's coming out. Because that something could lead to something else. Or you'll hit a wall. Who knows? This thing's not really easy. People think, oh, yeah, he just sits there and talks for that long. No. It's easy sometimes for me. Other times it's kind of difficult. But I keep doing it just because I enjoy doing it. And I like the challenge, to be honest. I like the challenge of, oh, can I do this? And there's been times where I've taken like a month off, or I've drank too much or smoked too much, and I'm like, am I even going to be able to do this anymore? And sometimes you got to get past like a weird barrier in your head to be able to just sit here and talk. It's kind of a weird thing. I think everybody needs to do something like this, whether it be jotting your thoughts down or trying to try to express yourself in some kind of way. I feel like that's beneficial. Whether that's through art or speech or writing or text, you just got to find a way to express yourself. I feel like expressing yourself leads to other good, beneficial things. Because, like, if I say something on here and then I'm watching it later, and like if I say I'm going to go to the gym, right? And I don't go to the gym, like the other podcast I did, I said my legs hurt or will probably hurt, but I will probably go to the gym, or I'm going to go to the gym again the next day. And I was listening to that podcast because, like I said, I hurt some people's feelings. But so, and I most of the time when I'm talking on here, I don't even know what the fuck I said. I just talk. It's literally all I do. I don't have no fucking script. I don't have no fucking, oh, I got this I'm going to talk about. No bullet points, no nothing. I just sit down. I talk from my experiences, what I've learned, what I think I could teach somebody, I guess, in a way, but I don't even feel like I'm doing that. I'm not teaching anybody anything. I tried to start out that way, but it doesn't work. People don't want to have to be taught. They want to learn for themselves. So you got to just throw some shit out there and hope it sticks. It's like throwing fucking something at the wall. But I listened to that other podcast. I usually don't unless somebody says I said something, or if I think it was good enough to listen to, I'll listen to it. But I usually don't watch my own shit anymore. I don't think that's good for my brain. But when I was talking about going to the gym again, I was in the gym, and it made me feel good about myself. I stuck to my word, and I did what I said I was going to do. If I don't, I feel like a fucking idiot. I'm like, what? Why didn't I do what I said I was going to do? Like, I think there was one time when I did a podcast, it was recent, that's why I'm thinking of this, when I said I was going to put my laundry away. And I didn't. I didn't do it for like a whole week. I said I was going to do it, and then my laundry just sat in the basket all week. And I felt like the biggest loser ever because it's a simple thing. Put your fucking laundry away. But I couldn't even do that because I was fucking around doing stupid shit. And I enjoy going to my sister's house and seeing my nieces and nephews, but also I got to take care of my own responsibilities, make sure my shit's in line. Not all my ducks are in a row, then that leaves room for bullshit. And I don't want to leave room for bullshit anymore. I like to stop talking too. Just sit in silence and feel the noises and the air and shit. It's a weird thing to say, but if I just stop talking, that's why I'm doing it. You talk for so long and you hear your own voice, but then when you stop talking, that silence is kind of peaceful. It's almost like, wow, You forget it's there. Because like when you do something like this, you got to talk for 40 minutes, and it's not easy. And you're just rambling, blah, 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 blah. Then you stop and you're like, whoa. Like the TV noise, which I could probably turn that off, dude. That TV's pretty loud. It's old. Oh, oh, yoy, yoy, yoy. Oh, my body hurts. Where are we even at? Oh shit, 35 minutes already? Goddamn. I don't even know how I do this shit. I'm gonna just put this back up. Might as well. You know what? I'm gonna pause and go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. That helps too. Adam and I were gonna go to Arizona again, but I don't know if we're gonna do it. I'm hoping, and I got the money to go, but there's a lot of different things in the works right now. I mean, vacation might not be on the table now. I mean, I was looking forward to it all last year. Got all my debt down, saved money just for it. But now it's looking like it might not happen just because we got a business proposition that we could start up. And it looks like we might go back to work sooner than we thought. And also, I got money. So why do I want to spend it? So it's almost like I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do. We might go on a little trip or no trip at all, to be honest. And I'm just trying to keep all the avenues open because I don't know what's going to happen. I'd love to go back to Arizona. I feel like Arizona, somewhere like Arizona, Texas, Florida, that's where I need to be. That's where I'm going to live. When I decide to buy a house, it's going to be somewhere around there because fuck this cold bullshit. I don't like it. But it kind of seems like the seasons are changing in a way. Like there's been more and more cold freezes and shit in places like Texas and Arizona and stuff. So it's like, what could happen? I don't know. But I just want to live somewhere warm. I like warmth, and then I can grow things year round, like food, and I can grow clothing like cotton, and I can have animals like sheep for wool. I can have a lot of things if it's warm all the time. And I start thinking about that. I can grow mushroom supplements like oyster mushrooms, golden oysters, fucking regular oysters. There's reishi, shiitake, white button mushrooms, the maitake mushrooms, lion's mane. There's all kinds of different mushrooms that I want to grow. And I think that'd be a very awesome thing if I could just grow them year round. Because mushroom supplements are the way to go, I feel like. If I can get into that, and if I can make mine more pure than everybody else's, that's what I could just start this fucking house. I could buy a little mushroom grow kit. I could grow the mushrooms on my fucking desk. They're not really that hard to maintain and grow. But the thing is, I want them to be pure. I don't want some bullshit, musky fucking basement grown mushrooms that they taste weird and they look like shit. I want, if I'm gonna make a product, that thing's gonna be smack fucking golden product. I don't want no fucking bullshit. And I don't want to half-ass anything. What's the point of doing something if you're just gonna half-ass it? And I'm trying to live my life by that. I don't want to half-ass anything. Even in the gym, I used to do my repetitions really quickly, and I would kind of like be flailing my body around. Like if I'm doing bicep curls, I'm like moving around too much with my torso and shit. Or with benching, I would look around a lot. Like I'm trying to get it to where I'm not half-assing anything. I'm trying to, even when I'm doing skull crushers, you do make sure your stability and your movements and your repetitions are all locked in and locked and loaded. And I feel like that's the way you should live life, is just to keep everything together. Keep it all together. And make it as best as possible. Everything. There's no perfection, and you're always going to be striving for it, but I feel like if you work towards perfection and you're constantly looking at the things that you can improve, you will get better and better and better. And you may never get to full perfection, but you'll get to something. I'm probably going to end this thing because now I'm thinking about reading. I kind of want to read. Ugh. I love you guys. Bye.